This one's pretty new, and I got it from my chat today, so this is a hot topic, aka my favorite clothing store. Found out I've been dating my father for almost 4 months. Ugh. So, I've never met my dad. He ran off when my mom found out she was pregnant with me. My brother was only 8 months old at the time, so he also has no memory of him. There are no pictures of him anywhere, and my mom hates talking about him. All I know is that he was emotionally abusive to her and a real asshole. I, 25 male, have a thing for older men. Call it daddy issues or a fetish or whatever you want, but I pretty much only date or sleep with men 40 and up. My family doesn't know this, or that I'm gay for that matter. It'd be crazy if they knew that you only dated older men but didn't know you were gay. It wouldn't be an issue, they just never ask. We don't really share personal things like that. About 6 months ago, I met David, fake name, duh, at a club. We hit it off. He's in great shape for his age, supposedly 43, although that's a lie. He's actually 47 as I found out. Really attractive, charming, etc. He left for a 2-week work trip a few days after we met, but we kept messaging each other and I really liked him, which is rare for me. We went on a date after he came back and have pretty much been dating ever since. He has a lot of money and I'm kind of his sugar baby, but that's not the reason I was attracted to him. Definitely a plus though. Story's trash. I didn't tell anyone we were dating except for 2 of my best friends. He's also never met any of my friends or family, and I never met his. This changed last night. We were at a restaurant when out of the corner of my eye, I spotted my mom. Oh my God. You know what my favorite restaurant clip is? This is what I'm imagining this guy is seeing when he sees his mom at the restaurant.
What's the chair now?
Me locking eyes with my mom when I'm on a date with my gay daddy.
We gotta be more subtle. I don't want them to know that we're thinking about them. What are you doing? What are you doing? You staring at them? Yeah, dude. Charlie's looking right at me. Stop it. Dude, stop it. Hey, stop playing it. Stop. All right, you know what? God damn it. I'm just gonna follow the line out.
I don't live at home, and we only usually text if we need something, so I didn't know she'd be there, and to be honest, I still don't know why she was. She hates going out, and thinks it's a waste of money. She had not seen us yet, but David noticed me looking at her. I'll forever remember the way his face changed when he saw her. His expression went from his casual, charming smile he always had to this blank. I obviously noticed and got a really bad feeling, so I asked him what's wrong, and he just got up and excused himself. I kept asking him where he was going and grabbed him so he just couldn't leave. At this point, I was really confused and suspicious, but I would have never guessed what would happen next. At some point while he was getting up, my mother must have spotted us, because next thing I know, she's next to our table asking me what was going on. I couldn't really pinpoint her facial expression because it looked like she was horrified. But again, at this point, I didn't know David was my father, and she doesn't know I'm gay. David is visibly uncomfortable and looks like he wants to die. He was literally sweating. I assumed this was because he didn't want my mother to know I was dating someone of his age. I was about to try to explain what was going on to my mom when she said, "Why would you go behind my back like this?" I was so confused because, again, I didn't know he was my dad, so like, what was she going on about? She probably assumed I had looked for and met up with my father without talking to her about it, despite her telling us how badly he treated her. Very fair reaction from the mom. To me, however, it seemed like she was acting crazy for no reason. So I kind of took it personally and thought she was trying to tell me who to date and what to do. So I casually told her that I was just on a date with my boyfriend, and I tried to grab David's hand, but he just jumped and ran away. He literally bolted like a fucking Olympic runner. I cannot get the fucking image out of my head of him jumping between waiters to get away. Everyone was staring at us by this point. It was so embarrassing, and I was mortified. My mom looked like she was frozen in place. She just told me to get up and come with her. I was still confused, but something in her body language told me to just do as I was told. I quickly paid for our drinks and appetizers. Thank God the main course hadn't been served yet, because damn, that shit was expensive. Very weird vibe change for the story. My mom excused herself to her friends, and once we were in the car outside, we just sat there in silence for what felt like at least 10 minutes. I didn't really dare to say anything. I was still processing that my boyfriend just fucking ran away from me and my mother. I had also tried to text him, but he wasn't responding. Shocker, I know. When my mom spoke, it sounded like she had been shot. She sounded so wounded. I think it might haunt me forever. She asked me who that man was, and I explained to her, And I went on about how much I loved him because, again, I was still thinking of David as my boyfriend and assumed my mom's reaction was because of his age or gender. I cannot believe that I went on about how much I romantically loved my dad right to my mother's face. It makes me want to puke. Long story short, she told me he was my father and that she instantly recognized him. I'm not usually emotional or prone to crying, so it was really shocking to me just how much pain a person can feel. Most of it is just a blur now, especially compared to how clearly I remember every other moment of the evening up to this. We drove home. I slept in my old bedroom. We haven't talked about it since, but my brother is also staying at our place still. He's a med student, never moved out because of housing costs, and he knows something's up. Tried talking to me about it, and I just broke down again. How do I ever tell anyone about this? Excuse me? Excuse me, you don't! You don't ever talk about it. You fucking take all the drugs in the world, all the drugs, and you just never bring it up again for anyone in the world. It's a little secret. It's a little secret for you, your mom, and your dad. The worst part is I think despite all of this, I still love David. Just writing that makes me want to throw up. I can't believe this is reality. Like, how fucked is all of this? Why did this happen to me? I don't even think I could tell my therapist about this. I tried messaging David, but I just don't know what to say. The last message I sent him literally just says, "Please call me. I love you." Sent right after he ran away. Like, what the fuck? What the actual fucking fuck? Like, how do I come back from this? How do I even look my mom in the eye again? I haven't left my room yet, and I'm in tears again while writing this. I can't even remember the last time I cried before yesterday. And now, I've been doing it nonstop. If anyone has any advice, as if, who the fuck else would ever accidentally do this besides stupid me? It would be highly appreciated. Big update. Firstly, I really appreciate everyone's comments, although I'm not in a mindset right now where I can take them seriously. Just feels kind of weird when people tell me everything's gonna be all right when my entire life is in shambles. I do think I'm doing way better than I should. I think I'm just disassociating though. Just disassociating maybe. However, what I do not appreciate is countless people DMing me, asking me questions about my sex life. So I will address this once and for all, so y'all can stop. You fucking animals. Yes, we had sex. No, I was not the bottom. I do not subscribe to such outdated and heteronormative ideals of what gay sex is supposed to be like. I am a switch and only date other switches. Yes, the sex was good. I don't date people who are bad in bed. No, I will not continue to have fucking sex with my father, send you nudes, or give you sex stories of this. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Anyways, there you go. Have the tea you so clearly desire so you can fucking leave me alone. My brother, on the other hand, is absolutely livid. I felt we had to tell him eventually, and after consulting with my therapist, we decided to just rip it off like a band-aid. Set him down, and I basically first told him I was gay. He did not care, as expected. Then that I was into older men. He was very confused where this was going, and also why I was telling him. I don't think he was ready for it or took it well. And then that I met Dad, and that bomb kind of hit and took all his attention at first, because he's always wanted to meet him and really struggled with not having a father figure, unlike me. His excitement quickly faded, though, when he connected the dots of me being into older men, meeting Dad, and my mom and my weird and worrying behavior over the past days. It fucked him up pretty bad, and I really regret telling him at all. My mother is furious with him, and it's not helping. She's always hated when we'd fight, but now especially she feels like he's treating me unfairly since I'm already going through so much. But I think he's fully within his right to be angry or disgusted. He's just being such a dick about it. He's just being such a dick about it, dude. It's also really uncharacteristic of him to act like this. He even went as far as to call my aunt, mom's sister, and tell her what happened. Thankfully, we can trust her to keep it a secret. Her husband and her are basically a second set of parents of us, but I still think it's really fucked up of him to do that. He also refuses to see a therapist and keeps saying that I'm the mentally messed up one, not him, whenever we try to bring it up. It's only been like less than 48 hours since we told him though, so I'm sure it'll come around. What a whirlwind 48 hours. Holy moly. He talked to his therapist, talked to his brother, breadcrumbed him having sex with his dad. His brother talked to his aunt. His brother's already made disgusting comments about him. Very fast 48 hours. He also really wants to go meet Dad. Well, he heard he's a good fuck, you know? which everyone keeps telling him is a terrible idea because he really is the worst. Stay tuned because goddamn, there's more? Wait. Oh no. Basically, I kept texting and calling him the evening of what we've referred to as the event because I was desperate and confused. Wait, no, you didn't keep texting him and calling him because you just told us you only had one message to him. This wicked web you weave is unraveling, my friend. Because I was desperate and confused and couldn't really believe what was happening. I then texted him 2 more times the day of and called once. No response to either. Then 2 nights ago, I decided to call him again, even though everyone in my entire life was against it. This was also just after we told my brother, and we had a huge fight about it. I was really vulnerable, and I don't know what the hell was fried in my head, but some part of me must have believed that he'd comfort me. I didn't think he'd pick up the phone, but he did, and it was fucking terrible. He immediately started yelling as soon as he picked up. He had never yelled at me before, ever. Started calling me all kinds of slurs like the F slur and pussy, which is just absurd. Started threatening me that he'd off me and my bitch mother if I ever contacted him again. Said that if I told anyone about this that I'd regret ever meeting him. Joke's on you, bitch. I already do. It was such a fucking turn of character. I was genuinely not prepared for it and had no idea what I was supposed to do. I'll probably never contact him again. I'll probably never contact him again. But I cannot believe I undid all the efforts my mother put in to keep us safe all those years and let him play the both of us in the exact same way just because I wanted some dick. So all in all, my dad is trash to no one's surprise. I might have mentally broken my brother, therapy works, and my mother and friends are the best people on the planet. I'll keep answering questions for the next few days, and I think after that, I'll log out of this Reddit account for good. Keep them coming, just like our dad. Your dad didn't even know what you look like. He didn't follow your life online. You didn't exist to him for 25 years until you could be fucked. I feel insanely hurt for you. Cringe, where's the jokes? It happens more than you think. We found him! The one other guy in the world who fucked his dad. Number 2. He's right there. The other dad fucker. Oh, okay. That's it. We're done. We're done with Reddit for the day. That's bad. That's bad stuff. That's bad mood food. I hope you all enjoyed watching. Be careful out there because accidentally fucking your dad happens more than you think. And also, watching the videos without subscribing, liking, and leaving a comment happens more than you'd think as well. So make sure you do your part. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends. And remember, never fuck your dad. See you next time.